Imagine for a moment the ability to traverse time, to witness firsthand the events that have shaped our world. We're not talking about a DeLorean with a flux capacitor or a blue British police box that's bigger on the inside. We're talking about a journey through time, powered by the most potent machine of all, the human mind, fueled by curiosity and a thirst for knowledge. The concept of time travel has captivated our collective consciousness for centuries. From H.G. Wells's The Time Machine to the Back to the Future trilogy, the idea of hopping between past, present, and future has been a staple of science fiction. But today, we're not just going to fantasize about time travel. We're going to do it in a manner of speaking. Our journey won't require any fancy gadgets or complicated physics. It's a journey of exploration and understanding. A journey that will take us back to some of the most pivotal moments in human history. We'll walk through the grand streets of Rome at the height of its glory, stand amidst the chaos and clamor of the French Revolution, and witness the horrors and heroism of the two world wars. But why embark on such a journey, you might ask? Well, history is not just a record of past events, it's a treasure trove of lessons, a guide to understanding who we are and how we got here. By revisiting these important events, we can gain a new perspective, a deeper understanding of our world and our place in it. So ready to take the leap? Ready to peel back the layers of time and uncover the stories, the struggles, and the triumphs that have shaped our world? It's going to be a ride like no other. A ride not through space, but through time. A ride that will challenge us, enlighten us, and perhaps even change us. So, fasten your seatbelt as we set our coordinates to our first destination, the Age of Empires. Our journey begins in the ancient world, a time of empires and mighty leaders. The stage is set in the Roman Empire, an era where the rise of Julius Caesar shifted the course of history. A man of immense power, Caesar navigated the choppy waters of politics, war, and ambition, eventually becoming a dictator in perpetuity. But let's not forget the Punic Wars, a series of 3 wars fought by Rome and Carthage. These wars featured a young Carthaginian general, Hannibal, who famously led his army across the Alps with elephants. The outcome of these wars positioned Rome as the dominant power in the Mediterranean, laying the groundwork for its empire. Now let's move from the western reaches of the ancient world to the east, to the period of the Han Dynasty in China. This era is considered a golden age in Chinese history, with developments in science, technology, mathematics, and literature. The Han Dynasty's influence stretched far beyond its borders, shaping not just China, but the broader Asian region. The Silk Road, for instance, a network of trade routes, linked China with the West, enabling the exchange of goods and ideas. As we delve into the Age of Empires, we recognize the magnitude of these empires' influence. They were more than just powerful territories. They were the cradle of civilization, nurturing advancements in governance, warfare, art, and culture. They have shaped the world in ways that still resonate today, from our political systems to the languages we speak. The empires of the ancient world were indeed mighty, but they were not invincible. Over time, they crumbled, succumbing to internal strife, economic instability, and the relentless march of time. Yet, their legacies endure, etched into the very fabric of our modern world. From the towering Colosseums of Rome to the Great Wall of China, we've seen the power of empires. But now, let's set our sights on a new era, the Age of Revolutions. As we leave the Age of Empires behind, we find ourselves amidst the clamor of revolutions and radical ideas. Our first stop is France, where the seeds of revolution were sown. The French Revolution, a dramatic social and political upheaval, was born out of a perfect storm. The fall of the monarchy wasn't a sudden event. Rather, it was a sequence of events, a domino effect triggered by financial crises, food scarcity, and an increasingly discontented populace. This led to the rise of republicanism, an ideology that emphasized the sovereignty of the people, a concept unheard of in an age of absolute monarchies. Moving on, we find ourselves in the heart of Europe during the Industrial Revolutions. These weren't just about steam engines and textile mills. No, they were a complete transformation of the socio-economic fabric of the time. The shift from agrarian societies to industrial urban centers was monumental. These revolutions brought about a new class structure, with the emergence of the working class and the bourgeoisie. The economic repercussions of these changes were profound, shifting the balance of power and wealth in society. But the Age of Revolutions wasn't just about political and economic upheaval. It was also an era of intellectual ferment. The Enlightenment period brought forth liberal ideas that challenged the status quo. The philosophies of Voltaire, Rousseau, and other Enlightenment thinkers played a crucial role in shaping modern societies. They advocated for the rights of the individual, the separation of powers, and freedom of speech, ideas that are cornerstones of democratic societies today. From the guillotines of France to the smoke-filled factories of England, the Age of Revolutions has truly transformed our societies. But our journey isn't over. Next, we venture into the conflicts of the 20th century. Our time machine now takes us to a period marked by global conflicts and significant socio-political changes. The 20th century, a time that saw the world embroiled in two major wars that would change the course of history. Our first stop is World War I, known as the Great War. It was one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. The war was ignited by a complex web of alliances, rivalries, and tensions between the world's major powers. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria proved to be the spark that lit the fuse. The war resulted in the loss of millions of lives and the collapse of many empires, radically reshaping the geopolitical map of the world. Next, we delve into the rise of Nazism in Germany. In the aftermath of World War I, Germany was left in a state of economic chaos and political instability. This created an environment ripe for the rise of extremist ideologies. Adolf Hitler, a charismatic speaker with a vision of racial purity and national expansion, capitalized on this discontent. His Nazi party seized control, leading to a state-driven genocide that claimed the lives of 6 million Jews during the Holocaust. The climax of this period is World War II, a conflict even more devastating than its predecessor. It was fueled by the aggressive expansionist policies of Nazi Germany, Fascist Italy, and Imperial Japan. The war left an indelible mark on humanity, with atrocities and destruction on an unprecedented scale. The echoes of the past wars still resonate today, reminding us of the price humanity has paid. These conflicts taught us the importance of diplomacy, international cooperation, and the preservation of peace. They highlighted the dangers of unchecked nationalism, racial hatred, and the abuse of power. As we return to our time, let's reflect on what we've learned on this journey. The lessons from the 20th century are not just pages in a history book, but reminders of the paths we should strive not to tread again. They are warnings, as well as signposts, guiding us towards a better and more peaceful future. We've traversed epochs, witnessed empires rise and fall, revolutions reshape societies, and wars redefine the world. Our time travel has taken us from the grandeur of the Roman Empire, the rise of Julius Caesar, and the monumental Punic Wars, to the far reaches of the East, where the Han Dynasty left an indelible mark on Asian history. We've seen firsthand how these empires etched their legacies into the annals of time, shaping the ancient world and influencing civilizations to come. Our voyage continued to the Age of Revolutions, where the French Revolution's tumultuous waves toppled the monarchy and ushered in an era of republicanism. We've delved into the industrial revolutions that transformed Europe, witnessed their economic and social repercussions, and observed the Enlightenment's profound influence on the birth of modern societies. These revolutions were not just shifts in power or technology. They were seismic shifts in thought and perspective. And then we journeyed to the 20th century, a period marked by conflicts that scarred humanity. We explored the intricate web of causes and consequences of World War I, which reshaped the geopolitical map. We analyzed the rise of Nazism in Germany, the horrors it unleashed, and its role in sparking World War II. These conflicts, as devastating as they were, have served as poignant lessons for the contemporary world. As we cap off this journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the lessons learned from each era. Every period in history, every empire, revolution, or war has shaped our present and will continue to influence our future. Understanding history isn't just about remembering dates and events. It's about comprehending the currents that have shaped humanity's course. History is our greatest teacher, and through time travel, we've been its student. Our explorations have only just begun. So let's keep journeying, keep learning, and keep understanding our shared past to better shape our collective future. Join us in our future explorations by subscribing, liking, and sharing our journey through time.